Welcome to Isis in the Bible, Fall Gathering Week number 7. How's your waters? The question for today is, what can you take with you? We went around the room and had some amazing responses, very deep and very loving. So I'll share those when I edit the video. So you must have heard over and over again, you can't take it with you, implying when we leave the visible, we can't take the material possessions with us. Well, that's kind of half true. You are the actions of your past. You are the pebble and the waters simultaneously. Let's talk a little bit about this picture. As you can see, if you're pure, just like the Dr. Emoto waters, if you're pure, then the light passes through you. Those alignments that are in your chart pass through you and they're invigorating, they energize you. If your waters still hold karma, non-love, resistance, they light up. It lights you up. It tests you. It challenges you. You cleanse. And then everything around you becomes fiery. Many people reached out this week, and with the sun, Ceres, and Mars going through Scorpio, which is water sign. So Pisces, which we've just left, is a water sign. So is Scorpio, and so is Cancer. And Cancer represents your aura. You are what you eat, because Cancer is also your stomach in medical astrology. So it's important that you keep the waters calm. And the way to do that is with pure love. So what's happening in the sky? I thought it important to talk about Neptune's going to be going direct. Neptune is a trident, which is pure energy. It's lightning bolts. You guys seen me do the people that get hit by lightning, Neptune's involved, right? He's going forward. He just come from Aquarius, which is his home, and has been going in Pisces, went retrograde, and now continue forward into Pisces. Again, Pisces is a water sign, and he can it's an energy, very, very much light up your Piscean age karma. Our subconscious now is moving into the Aquarian age. So that's forgiveness and love. But our conscious mind hanging on to the Piscean age materialism is what can still cause us resistance. So if you're feeling things more and more, you can feel absolutely invigorated, like the clear guy on the left in that picture, or you can feel cleansed. But remember, that cleanse greet with gratitude. I know most of you understand this now, that when we get these scenarios, they're scenarios of lessons, so we can get back to pure love, so we can get to God, so we can get to Buddha, so we can get to Christ, whatever it is that we call it. So Neptune's going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until 2035 when it gets into Aries. But it meets with the head of the snake in February 2025, so that ought to be interesting. So a quick recap. Neptune holds Aquarius, has strong effects with the water signs, Scorpio and Pisces, as well as Cancer. So get ready for some really cool energies. Be loving, and then they're going to energize you. They're going to invigorate you. So let's watch what's happening in Scorpio. I just got a quick little movie here. So you can see the sun is moving through Scorpio, right? You can see it right here. So I'm just doing it with Mercury, because Mercury is the Akashic record one. That's the one that measures and keeps track of the memories in your water, because Mercury is the one that goes around the sun the quickest. On December the 2nd, it was on the royal star Antares. So a lot of people were really, really feeling the energies on December the 2nd, especially if you have your chart filled with Scorpio or 8th house, because it's the same thing. And then on December the 12th, so here's your answer to the question where everybody's going to be saying that the new moon is in Sagittarius. It's not. In the sky, it'll be Scorpio. So that's a very important new moon, right? Because now Neptune is going direct in Pisces, trying to get us out of the Piscean age consciousness, right? And the new moon is going to be in Scorpio. And Scorpio is a water sign. So take heed. If you're feeling something, know it's your test and you got to pass it with patience and love. All right. And then on the 15th, the sun, 15th and 16th, the sun passes Russell Hug, which is Ophiuchus, the snake bearer, serpent bearer, that separates the snake from eating its tail. And then one day later with Lesath, which is the scorpion's tail. So if you have the ability to want to sting someone, don't do it. If somebody does something or you see somebody doing something that's stinging somebody, again, do the forgiveness process. Why are we seeing it? It's in our chart. It's in our waters. But most of you have already been working on all that. So all these energies should be invigorating for you. And then just before Christmas, Mercury in retrograde meets with the sun right at Sinistra. And Sinistra is one of the hands of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. So again, it's reminding us to separate that snake from eating its tail, to be less materialist, right? So Mercury retrograde meeting with the sun at this point here is going to be strong. So take notes on that day, December 22nd. Take notes. If something invigorating or not invigorating, those are all beautiful signs, and it'll be in your chart. All right. And then we're moving right along. And then what happens? You can see Mercury. This is really cool because before Eris, Mother Mary goes direct on January the 11th. Mercury is going to go and finish its retrograde right across these two that I just talked about, which is at the end of Scorpio, putting the Scorpio to rest, to sleep. Russell Hog, the serpent bearer, the third eye of the serpent bearer, the Ophiuchus, and then back to Lesath. So you can see it did that. And then boom, you can see the moon coming back around, meeting with Scorpio. And again, Eris, Mother Mary, goes direct. So Mother Mary, when she goes direct, means all the things we've been learning for the last 6.5 months about spirituality, the waters, because that's what she represents, is the pureness of the waters, Mother Mary, the Virgin. It means it's time to walk the walk, talk the talk, tell everybody about love, tell everybody about, hey, you got to clear your waters. And my wife's sneezing over there, perfect timing. Artist Terry shared something from Not of This World, a couple of events that on her video. I'll post it in the comment sections when I do the edit. She's doing a whole bunch of different events. If you go for this, for astrologers who want to go look at Athens in 1896, if you go look at these dates, and there's April 15th, right? April 15th, 2023, the Phoenix Rising. If you go pull these major first events, you're going to see some beautiful alignments in the stars. So why is it? We get all these beautiful energies and we don't know what to do with them, and then we go and play sports. It's nice to watch sports, but we should be using that manifestation energy for beautiful images to help heal the world and help heal others and imagine people in a loving space. And here's another one that she brought up. The revolution of 1905, Bloody Sunday. Why am I bringing this up? Because I want to share something with you. Because in that day, you can see it, Bloody Sunday, Red Sunday was a series of events on Sunday, the 22nd of January in 1905 in St. Petersburg, Russia, when unarmed demonstrators led by Father Gregory were fired upon. Now look at that date. Look what happened in the sky. Ceres, the harvester, the one that's your own personal harvester, your own happy reaper, is aligned Chiron, the wounded healer, and the sun on that day, right on Altair. So this was meant to be, the people accumulated there for mass karma. It's not a war, folks. You have to turn the TV set off. If you hear of something going on, you close your eyes and you send them love and hugs. By you imagining those things, I have to share it with you, but I don't want you to imagine that, because I want you to imagine all the people all around the world that they're getting love and hugs. It's your world. Psalm 82:6 says, I said, ye are all gods, plural. Your waters depend on how you imagine things. So you can see that astrology is not woo-woo. Those people left for a reason on that day. All right. Quickly on Mount Merapi, because you guys know that we're studying volcanic eruptions as it relates to astrology. The Merapi volcano, located on Yogyakarta, Indonesia, is experiencing significant activity as we speak. It just had an unexpected eruption. It is a significant clue to future volcanic eruption predictions. Here's why. So on December the 3rd, it had a massive explosion and 22 people lost their lives. Well, when you do it, Eris was rising right at that exact location. When you put this on the lands, there's Ceres in Scorpio, right aligned with that location. Ceres is the one that makes you leave the visible. And so look at this, right at the moment, Mercury with the part of fortune, Icarus on the MC. For those of you that aren't doing astrology, just listen to the words. These alignments, what I'm trying to share with you is that astrology is not woo, and people leave when they're supposed to leave. They went there because they were supposed to leave. For whatever reason, they have unfinished karma, and they're going to come back. They're infinite. But they get to come back with their experiences. Whatever they've left here, they come back with. Not material-wise, what they did with their pebbles in the waters, what they did with their waters, they come back to. So we just wanted to share that with you. And for those who are doing astrology, I'll just share these really quick. There's all the data, and here's a whole bunch of the alignments that happened on that day. So we're getting closer to seeing all the different volcanic eruptions and how they get done. All right, Isis and the Bible gang, what's going on? Some people send me some stuff, so here's a good one. A beautiful synchronicity. A friend of mine I was speaking to down in Florida. While he was speaking, a beautiful being walked right up to him. He turned his phone around and showed me because we were FaceTiming. He took this picture after, but it walked right straight up to him. And then I looked up on spirit-animal.com. What does that mean? It says, a simple life is the best life. And man, he is really, really good at that. He does leave a simple life. He did invite us to go down there and be with him, but we unfortunately couldn't make it. Maybe next year. All right, Fiona shared a couple things. Look at this one. We talk about the weighing of the heart, right? Here's a nice comic strip. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. Look at the way. I gave it away. It's weighing her heart, and there's Amit, the one that eats your heart. Pretty cute. And then she also, look at this, a short story about decisions. That's pretty cool, eh? He's like, no, I'm going to turn around. Gamf, and he wrote, Ankh, ankle, soul, soul. How funny words are. So that's the whole thing, right? The Ankh, they say, is a sandal, but it's not a sandal. Nowhere, anywhere is it shown on the feet. But the Ankh and ankle sound the same, and the soul sounds like the sole of the foot, right? Well, this is Gemini on the Dendra zodiac. Gemini is the twins. You got the immortal one. See, her feet are together. Represents love, the divine feminine, right? God, Brahman, Buddha, whatever. And then you have the one that's moving its feet, moving its soul, moving its ankle. That's the one that manifests. The one that's throwing the pebble in the waters. Okay, now it's time for Kat's got a little short video for us.
Pause for thought. A Christmas cat tale. 'Tis the month of Christmas, and all through the house the critters are restless, and I clicking my mouse. Stockings are hung on the mantel this year, already filled with new Christmas cheer. Our cats will snuggle up warm in their bed, inside Santa's hat or on top of my head. Last year in the night, I heard a great clatter. And my cat looked at me like, hey, what's the matter? This year, I've outsmarted my kitty cats 3 by making it harder to climb up the tree. Even if Christmas comes at a rough time, with help from our friends, we're gonna be fine. We are almost halfway out of the dark. Let's have less winter bite and also less bark. At Christmas, it's not all about what you're given. It's doing for others that makes life worth living. A little something for others can lighten their burden. A bit of love can go far when someone is hurting. Till things settle down, I send love and good cheer. Find ways to be joyous and stay out of fear. This year, stay positive and play in the light. Happy holidays from my family to yours. This has been a Sandy Claus production.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I got a little bit more to share and then we're going to be all done. Thanks, Kat. That was beautiful. Okay,
My
quickly.
Christmas card
Go.
to,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh, my Christmas card to everybody in advance.
It was freaking beautiful. Okay, quickly in the Bible, and then we got a little song we're going to show, and then we're done. So what's happening in the sky too and all around us is really related to Matthew 24, often referred to as the Olivet disclosure. Matthew 24 is a chapter in the Bible where it speaks about the changing of the ages and raising our consciousness, i.e. your second coming, right? I mean, it says Jesus is coming back again. So that's representative of the Christ consciousness within us rising, that Jesus Christ, the Christ within, the love within, right? So in layman's terms, I just want to say what's in, because we're going to see a lot of things, but they have to be beautiful. But this is what the Bible says. So a warning against deception, false prophets, like people announcing that they are a king or queen over us all. Well, you're the king and the queen of your own world. There's no one outside of you that saves you from yourself. It's just love. It's the pureness that saves you in your own world, your own waters. Predictions of conflict and catastrophes are in there. Mentioning of wars, rumors of wars, nation against nation, famines and earthquakes. Remember, wars are mass karma. So if it's not in your chart, you ain't going to feel it. So don't play a part if it's in somebody else's chart. You got to just send them love. All right? It's already happening all the way around the world. Turn off the TV. Don't watch it. Send love. Because it's in their chart. I've done enough of them. I can show you. You want me to pull up any war you want, and I can show you. Anybody that's left during the war, I'll show you. It's in their chart. So it says in Matthew 24, there's going to be tests of spirituality. People need to seek the truth. Many will not agree, but their synchronicities and random acts of love will bring us all together, because we're going to keep seeing all these signs, which is beautiful. We know that. So we just have to prepare for what's happening around us, which we're already feeling, because some people are seeing it and some people aren't seeing it. So, but we have to have patience, because not every apple falls from the tree at the same time. And it's not a competition. The need for endurance is in there. Patience, while everyone is induced by love. The truth will be known worldwide. So Matthew 24 says we become one nation, i.e. unity is achieved. Isn't that a feel good? That's what really the Bible's saying. We're going to achieve it again. It's a cycle. It's in the stars, people. It's there, so know it. Don't be distracted by the media. It's funny how the Bible talks about this, right? The abomination of desolation, aka the fall of Babylon, aka the fall of the ego. And then the great tribulation, many will seek your guidance of this truth. That's part of why you're here, is to learn, share, love, and explain people all the things that we are learning. False prophets and signs. So it talks about there's going to be many people that are going to claim that they're Jesus. Many people are going to claim that they're Christ. Well, yeah, that's what's happening. We're all claiming that our Christ consciousness is rising. And people are not going to understand that very well. But they will eventually. It's just not their turn yet, but it will be. Also got to be careful to watch the people that are saying that and leading people astray. So these false prophets that have been leading us in deceitfulness, remember, they are your heritage. We're all from the same family tree. So those corporations, those deceitful, we got to remember that we can't heal unless we forgive them and forgive ourselves, because, hey, I might have been the great-grandfather of that guy that's being deceitful. Maybe he learned from me, so forgive me. Forgive me for not being that loving spirit I should have always been for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 generations. So when you have that mindset, it helps clear your karmic waters. So be prepared. This is all the stuff that's in Matthew 24. And this is what we're doing right now. We're preparing ourselves for these tests. Many of you have been getting them, and we've already been passing them, and we're not going to get any more because our waters are crystal clear. We don't have that resistance in our waters anymore. So love is our refuge. Love is in every culture, the word love. So this is an image depicting all the jacks getting back in their boxes. It's time to put them to sleep. So it's a metaphor of the eagle being stepped on. This is Fall to Babylon. Get your love boots on and make a difference in the world. And that's all we have for today. I'm just going to play this this beautiful Jimi Hendrix cover by Haley Reinhart called The Wind Cries Mary. If you never heard Haley, she's got some powerful, powerful voice. This song starts off really, really, really mellow, but then she does a really nice performance at the end. So hope you enjoy.